Ugh. Did that scare you? That's what I thought. So guys, I wanted to make a review, and I'm sorry I haven't been reviewing this movie lately. I was just so ticked off. I didn't want to. And you're probably wondering why I was ticked off. Well, I went in. I went to see The Nun the first day it came out, thinking this movie was gonna be, amazing. You jump into the movie, and once they all get to the castle, it goes downhill. Every 13 seconds, there was a jump scare. Literally, it felt like either every 13 seconds there was a jump scare, or every 1 minute. And it felt like the story didn't exist. Like, the scenes were shot. They made this movie look like they were so damn lazy they might as well just have burned the script in two. And just burn the whole CD and burn every copy of this movie. Because this movie is probably one of the worst horror movies out right now in theater. The Nun is garbage. It is the worst. It is just as bad as Annabelle. There was only a couple parts in the movie that I was like, whoa, that's cool. The whole time I was sitting there like this in the movies, creeped out and scared, but all at the same time I was trying to figure out, what the frick is this movie about? That's what I was sitting there wondering. What is this movie about? Because this movie does not make sense at all. When you guys go see this movie, you're going to come out and be like, whoa, that was terrible. Probably just as bad as the first Annabelle movie. It's that bad. First of all, why the heck was James Wan not filming this movie? Why did he not direct this movie? Why did they get a whole new director to make this movie? If James Wan made the movie, it would have been so good. And you know what they didn't do? And this is one of the biggest mistakes I've ever seen. Oh my god. Okay. The one thing that they did not show and do not explain. Okay. I think they should have shot scenes showing you how how this nun took her own life and got possessed. It should have showed her taking her own life because of whatever was happening, and then showing her get possessed by Valak, explaining how it happened, why she took her own life in the scene, why she's getting possessed. But no, they don't show any of that. And the second thing that I just was ticked off about, where's Valak in this movie? We barely get to see her in this movie, guys. Half the time, you can't even see her face. You could just hear her talking. That's not right. That's not good. You cannot do that with a movie. Like 4 or 5 times, like not even 5. You must have seen her about 3 or 4 times in the movie, and that was it. This movie was so bad. I'm not even gonna rank this movie. It was so bad. And you know what? James Wan, guys, did not make this movie. He had a little bit in there and there to do with the movie, but most of the time, it was the new director that was working on this movie. And that's probably the reason why this movie was garbage, because James Wan did not make the movie. And I'm telling you right now, guys, you guys are not going to be happy when you see this movie. When you come out of the theater, you're going to be so ticked off. you're going to scream your head off. It's one of the worst horror films ever made. Spoiler alert, there's only about a couple good parts. My favorite part in the movie was when the nun was in the water and she fell and she was getting dragged in, then everything stops. Then suddenly Valak slowly comes out of the water. And of course, it was a good scene, but it wasn't dark. And I don't understand why that scene should have been dark. That would have been a much better version of that scene if it was dark. But anyway, she's slowly coming out of the water, starts growling and drowning the nun that is trying to escape from Valak. And then Valak gets killed because blood gets poured on her. And the way she dies is freaking cool. But they don't explain, guys. They don't even show how she took her own life because of whatever happened to her. And it doesn't show her. It does not show her getting possessed by Valak. This takes place before The Conjuring 2. This takes place before all the Conjuring movies. This takes place before all the Annabelle movies. Why do you guys not show Valak possessing this nun and showing her take her own life? Why does it not show that? Are you serious? This takes place in 1955, and you guys don't show any of that. You're serious. And the worst thing is, you barely get to see Valak. Every 13 seconds, there's a jump scare. Okay, guys. Basically, every freaking scene where the character turns around and the thing is not there, and then the camera turns around the other way and the monster's there and jumps out at you. Wow, that's terrifying every 13 seconds. Not really. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna give this a freaking 4. A straight out 4 out of freaking nothing. Because, I would give this movie a 4. It's bad. It's really bad. I can't even explain, guys. I don't understand. This movie is terrible, guys. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in another horrifying video.